Master Rabbi Jesus was making reference to what was said in the 93rd Psalm by David. And they were spoken of how people talk about an earth washing away, but yet there was an earth that was stable enough to outstand any force, any tsunami, any hurricane. And that was significant. So he's talking about that there exists an earth that is spiritually grounded, that is spiritually rooted. And, we hear a lot about today 3D, 4D, 5D. And obviously, there exists an earth that's on a 5D vibration. And what does that mean for the human race? Because this is important. This is our home. So, what does it mean? It means that the people who are really vibrating in 5D are having what we would refer to as the kingdom of heaven experience right now. And the people that are vibrating mid to low 3D are having very similar, the opposite of that. So it's a remarkable. And so what people have to understand, what we see going on in the world and the ping pong consciousness, the reactionary low 3 of you got me, so I need to get you, and ping and pong, and there's no thought, there's no grounding. And when people are going out there, they're constantly sending you passive aggressive texts, passive aggressive emails, hiding behind social media, asserting lies toward spiritual patriots. It just demonstrates where they're at. So what's going on with a lot of people today, and we find this with people who are really seeking truth, they're kind of like on a pendulum swing, Jim, and they're swinging from high 3D till about high 4D, and they're pushing toward that low 5D, and they'll get there, and then all of a sudden somebody will goose them negatively, and then bing bong, they're right back to the ping pong reactionary consciousness. When you're going to get, they need to hear this because this is really significant. Eventually, you're going to do enough 45-day challenges that you're going to get what we call the vibration of the river of no return. And that means on your worst days, you're going to be vibrating mid 4D as opposed to mid 3D. On your good days, you're going to be vibrating low to middle 5D. And when those days are happening, synchronicity is pouring out. The banks are filling up with money. You're getting your precious metals because you're conscious and you know the intrinsic value of those metals. You know that Abba only made so much of this stuff. And not only that, every 100 to 1,000 people that are vibrating more consistently 5D, it makes the change, they need to hear this, the change of 3D break away. And one of the biggest changes of 3D is the suppression of what I refer to as God's RV, the suppression of God's RV. So in other words, what I'm saying here is the fiat currency is going through a major global cleansing. And it seems to happen in some order about every 50 to 100 years. And it's happening significantly because of the alignment of everything that's coming on right now. And so what's happening is it makes us self-reflect. Well, we're not financial advisors, but it takes only spiritual common sense, or what the Lamas call practicality, that you understand that as the suppression change break away, can people imagine what is getting ready to happen? Something they've never seen to this degree before. And it's caused by three forces, Jimmy. One, we've talked about it a lot on our show, is the redistribution of wealth from dark to light.
Yes.
The one I've talked about the most is wealth being created, new wealth right out of the ethers. Hasn't happened since the Ramayana. And they're going to hear tomorrow about the Ramayana and the last golden age and what that was like. And they're going to get real excited because that's what we're headed back into. And it's beautiful, absolutely a beautiful time. It's the peak of the day of God. It's the peak. What I'm talking about, it's a 3,000 to 5,000 year period where there's little to no war. Evil has been reduced to 3 to 5%. Yes, there's evil, but it's so minute that the children of light again rule the planet. Yeah. So Christ, when he wrote the book of the scenes that the Lama series is very aware of, that never made it into the regular Bible, in the fourth book, he's referring constantly to this passage. There is going to be two earths, and this is profound.